You have entered the Chronics rabbit hole. My name is Josette from the Taylor Era's tribute shows, and this is Storytime with E.T.C. episode number 26.
Welcome back to Storytime with E.T.C. episode number 26. Today, Alana and I get to sit down with Josette Clausen from New Zealand, who is a guitarist, a keys player, and an original artist who now works with Showtime as the Taylor Swift tribute performer. Her story has a beautiful arc from anxiety and finding it difficult to sing in front of people to living the dream of being a stage performer in a full Taylor era's tribute production. She has put in hours studying Taylor's concerts, interviews, movements, and details, but what stood out to us in Victoria was not just the sparkle. It was the musicianship, the guitar moments, the stamina, and the way the kids and families lit up around the show. So today we want to get to know the artist behind it all, Josette, the performer, the guitarist, and Swiftie, and the person helping create first concert memories for so many families. Josette, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That was such a sweet and generous intro that made me feel very proud and emotional. Thank you. Thank you. It's very
You
kind.
you deserve it
You
because
deserve
you're
it.
changing people's lives whether you know it or not, okay?
Oh, guys, this is so sweet. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We've got another question for you before we get into the Taylor tour. For anyone meeting you for the first time, who is Josette outside of all of the Taylor sparkles?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Who am I? Yeah, well, before I started the Taylor stuff, I was just a full-time gigging musician around Christchurch, New Zealand. So I lived in the city, so I had my bike with my basket. So I would like I had a whole system. I put my little PA speaker in the basket. I'd have my guitar on my back, and I just cycle around the city and play at different bars and restaurants and stuff. And I'm an avid reader. I'm an avid Switch player. I
Oh,
love to
cool.
Oh, cool.
yeah, I love to run and do Pilates, and I love to bake and cook. So, yeah, and then I used to do a lot of musical theater when I was younger, and I got more into the original music gigging scene. And then coming back to this Taylor show, is it like more of a show, like a production than a gig? So it's
Right.
been cool to kind of blend my old like show musical theater side with my more original musician side. So yeah, I would say I'm generally kind of quiet, but a bit silly. So that's who I am in a nutshell, I think.
I love that.
That's amazing because I could tell you were in musical theater from the way that you were performing. And we love games too, and we're Switch players too. So that's
Oh,
exciting for
great.
us.
Guys, I just ordered my Switch 2. It's coming today or tomorrow. I'm so excited. I'm so
Ocarina of Time remake.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about honestly, I say I'm a Switch gamer, but I basically just play Disney Dreamlight Valley. Do you guys
Oh
play
my,
that?
I don't play, but I know that.
One of my
Yeah.
besties plays it and she loves it. I am currently playing Hogwarts Legacy, and that's been my
Oh,
Switch go-to.
great. Yeah, I love Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah. I honestly I decided to get it because the price is going up. Sorry, this is a totally different tangent, but yeah. So I'm really excited about that.
Yes.
Hey, this conversation can go anywhere. It's all good.
Okay.
So that's pretty awesome. So we're gonna jump into anxiety to your stage performer.
Mhm.
So you have spoken about anxiety and finding it difficult to sing in front of people when you were younger. How did that younger version of you become someone who now performs on stage for so many Swifties?
Yeah, I think it's interesting for me. It's been a very long journey, and anxiety is something that never goes well for me. I mean, it's always an interesting part of life I have to embrace a little bit. Um, but I think for me, it's just been embracing. the side of performing that is knowing how much joy you're going to bring, and
Mm.
that maybe your own fear about yourself or whatever, it's it's still going to be there, but it's all going to be worth it, and the reward of trying to move through it to get that
Yeah.
result
Hmm.
is gonna, it's like yeah, it's hard to fully word, but it's always going to be worth it to push through, and it's always going to feel more important because I get to see all the smiling faces and the grinning people singing along. So it's, yeah, but yeah, it's always a challenge, and it's important on different days, depending how you're feeling, how you slept, how you ate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you have certain things you can hold on to. And for me, that is getting to see everyone's smiling faces, and see, making connections with kids and adults singing all the words together with me. And that is definitely what pulls me through. Yeah.
Well said, because even this morning before the interview, I was feeling very sick. And I was like, I don't know, honey, you might have to do this. I
You're
get
like,
very
you got it.
nervous. I'm just a very nervous person. So, like you said, fight through it. The Swifties are going to enjoy this conversation, and we're obviously going to enjoy each other. So, it's always worth showing up. Do you still get nervous before shows then?
Um, I think luckily for me, the Taylor Swift show is a forgiving show because
Mm.
a lot of our audience is slightly younger, which I think maybe I just tell myself that. Because, and because everyone sings along so loudly, it kind of takes the pressure off feeling like people have come to see me, and it's more that people have come to be with their fellow Swifties and sing along.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's how I frame it in my mind, to kind of take the pressure off of me being the focal point. To me, it's actually the music is the focal point. So it feels a lot more community based,
I
which is
like
nice.
that.
It was the best community driven concert we've ever seen so far.
It was.
Thank-
It was gorgeous.
Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, it was definitely put together by a big team of real Swifties. So,
Good.
um, yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
Going into your early music inspirations, we've heard that Hilary Duff and Avril Lavigne have been big inspirations for you. What did those artists unlock in you as a young performer?
Oh my gosh. I think honestly, I just growing up with an older sister. She was 4 years older than me. Like she would show me all of the music, and like the Lizzie McGuire movie was a big favorite in our house. We watched it all the time.
Amazing.
And then Avril Lavigne, Canadian. So my dad was always like pushing us to listen to Avril Lavigne and Shania Twain.
That's awesome.
Proud Canadian. Yeah, I think they're just really cool. I loved Avril Lavigne specifically because when I was really young, because she had
Mm.
this edge to her, like this more grungy edge, and I thought it was really cool and really exciting to see someone who could be so feminine and also so grungy and authentic. I really loved it. Um, yeah, and Hilary Duff, she was just so sweet, and this alter ego idea of Lizzie McGuire was, so cool as well. And we saw her live when we were visiting my grandparents. I think maybe we took the bus and the ferry over to Vancouver, and we saw her there on her Dignity World Tour, which was amazing. And she's
Wow.
actually coming back to New Zealand this year, and we bought tickets to see her in October in Auckland. So me and my sister are going together. We're super excited.
No
That's
kidding.
so exciting. I'm so happy that's come full circle for you.
Because how
Because,
many, oh, that's almost 20 years ago that we,
Easily.
yeah.
yeah. So
Wow. Well, that's really amazing. What then led you to Taylor then?
yeah, I think Taylor was an artist who I just always kind of got to ingest a little bit of over the years. I remember her debut music videos, specifically
Oh,
watching them with my sister, the Our Soul music video, the Teardrops on My Guitar video. And my sister played guitar as well. She's not a
oh,
musician anymore, but when I was little, she was my cool older sister who played guitar and knew all the cool musicians. And yeah, she always told me which artists wrote their own songs, and that one of them was Taylor. And so I remember watching Teardrops on My Guitar, knowing that that was a song she had written, and an experience she had had, and I thought that was amazing. And I started trying to write songs at that age when I was 7 or 8, just because I thought it was the coolest thing a person could do.
It
I was
is.
It
like, she
is.
wrote it and now she's singing. What? That's the coolest job in the world. So artists like her and a New Zealand artist, Brooke Fraser, as well, also write
Okay.
music. So um yeah, I think Taylor was just always someone I really looked up to as a young woman who played guitar and wrote her own music. And then as I got older and became a musician, I she wasn't always my first genre that I leaned towards,
Mm.
but I admired her so much. The way that her fans respect her and the way that we love what she does and can feel her love back is something that is not common. She prioritizes her fans
Yeah.
125,000%. And you can see it in everything she does. And I think that that's very admirable for an artist like that. And at this point, she doesn't need to do that anymore. Let's be realistic. This level of success and whatever, but she has to, because and you can feel that in her. And I think yeah, she's just incredibly admirable as a person and a musician. And I love going like listening to Fearless and Speak Now. They are two albums that I listened to at sleepovers with my friends growing up.
Oh,
I still know every word, and it just yeah, love her very much.
Amazing.
that's amazing. So now we're on to your Showtime path. You started with Showtime as a backup dancer and a backup singer. How did that door open, and how did it eventually lead to the Taylor tribute show or role?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a very quick kind of fortuitous snowball effect. So
Oh,
I got popped on a last, they just needed a backing vocalist and a guitarist to fill in for like 2 weeks of a New Zealand tour. And I knew someone who had worked with them in the past, and he just recommended a couple of guitar singers that I was friends with and gigged together. And I was the only one who had like dancing musical experience, like show experience.
right.
So it was like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm totally keen. I love ABBA. That's awesome. So it was an ABBA, I don't think I said that. It was an ABBA show. And then
Amazing.
like,
Amazing. We love ABBA.
oh gosh, that's so fun. And the second week of that tour, I had a couple comments like, "You're kind of like Taylor Swifty, like you look a bit like Taylor Swift." And I was like, "Thanks so much, but okay." And at that same time, that was November 23.
Okay.
24, November 24. So she was wrapping up her Eras tour at that time.
Oh,
And
wow.
so it just completely fell into place. They were like, they'd met me, and then I had done 2 weeks with them. Then a week later, after being off of tour, I kind of got a couple messages like, can you send a video of you singing some Taylor songs and tried like doing some Taylor mannerisms? And I sent it through, and then like 2 days later, they had booked it and planned it, and we did the first show in Australia in March the next year.
Wow.
Yeah.
The first thing I noticed from you was your mannerisms were so on point for Taylor, and all the Swifties I saw our experience seeing you. That was the first thing they mentioned is just how you nailed how her mannerisms are. So good job.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I think I'm a good mimic. So I
Yeah.
owe that to going to drama class in high school, I think. Yeah, so thank you so much. Yeah.
It was really cool being able because like Kyle brought me to your show as a birthday present. So I that was our birthday present because we didn't get to see the Eras tour. And so this was our way of being able to
Experience it.
experience the Eras Tour and experience Swifties without being able to go to the Eras Tour itself. And what was so cool about it was seeing all of the kids that were there and your mannerisms and how happy they were to just watch you on stage and like seeing the girls dancing with you while you were dancing, like being in the crowd was absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's so cute when I'm doing dance moves and I can see them doing the same dance moves or trying to copy along. It's so cute
It's
because
so cute.
I would have done that as a kid too. Yeah.
You had stud before getting into being on the to be Taylor for the Taylor tour. You studied Taylor concerts, interviews, movements, and mannerisms. How long? What were the specific details you knew you had to get right?
I think. the biggest thing for me was she's a very like big performer in her eyes and her
Yeah.
hands and her arms. She tells her stories with her body and her songwriting. And so
Mm.
I think for me it was trying to get out of that, like sitting in the corner of the bar, just chugging through some cute singer-songwritery songs and trying to get big. That
Right.
it took a little bit of being a bit being a bit silly and taking it over the top to then bring it down.
Mm.
It felt natural, just to kind of shake myself up and remind, like, to be confident enough to be so good
Yeah.
at my movements and my facial expressions and stuff. I think that was the big thing. I felt like with doing Taylor, I couldn't be too big, is how I felt.
Very true.
Yeah, because she's so
Yeah.
expressive and it's so
Yeah.
enjoyable to watch. So I was like, as long as I hit that little look and do these arms like at least like this many times per song, I think her essence will be there. Um, yeah, so and also just like being on stage in like such a performing way again after so many years, just reminding myself to like put my shoulders back and like pick up my feet when I walk and just small things like that I haven't had to think about in forever. Yeah, just being big is probably the big thing after, sitting alone in my room writing songs. It's a very different world.
Totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And something that you're nailing very well with Taylor is the guitaring. The guitar skills that you have as a guitarist for me is really amazing here too. So we have a question about that. We really want to highlight your guitar skills. So Taylor is so connected to songwriting and guitar, and you are a musician yourself. What does playing guitar bring out of you during the show?
Yeah, thank you. I just love getting to play with the band. I think the
Ooh,
band that
yeah.
I'm with, they are
Ooh.
incredible. They're the most incredible musicians. They tour the world full time, performing all varieties of genres of music and all
Wow.
the different shows. So for me, it's just such a pleasure to get to, like, obviously singing, I'm with the band, but get to play the guitar and really be a part of that. Instrumentation is just a real pleasure. And I love in the moments where I'm playing guitar and then Miles, the guitarist, is doing another incredible solo that we've never heard before because he's just in the vibe that night and just getting to,
Really?
yeah, gosh, he changes them every single night. It's
It's
fantastic.
phenomenal.
That's
He's,
awesome.
yeah, he's just loves playing and everyone on that stage just loves playing. So yeah, I think that's probably my favorite part. And just getting to, yeah, just
Wow.
getting to chill and be in the rhythm of the music with the guitar is something that's really, really fun. And then I kind of get to stand there and look around and enjoy everything that's happening in the auditorium too, which is nice. Yeah.
Absolutely. I
Amazing.
know I loved during the Eras Tour tribute show, your show, there was a moment with I forget which song it was, but he had an extended guitar intro that he did, and it just felt very off the hip, but very jammy, but also very planned, and it was amazing. I absolutely loved it.
Style.
Style, that's what it was.
Oh, we actually just added that for this tour. We've only just put that in, and our musical director, the drummer, he's got
I got
goosebumps.
goosebumps from it.
Yeah. Our musical director, the drummer Travis, he just put it together and we rehearsed it up like a couple weeks ago and they've been doing that. And again, his guitar solo is just something exciting. And I'm like
Oh,
rushing to get changed, but I'm like trying to pay attention and listen to what they're doing. Yeah, it's a really cool moment. It's new for us, so we're all still also really enjoying it as a fun addition.
Yeah! Sick! Woo! Oh, that was legit. Oh, shit! Woohoo!
it is.
It's a very fun addition. I loved it. I think it added so much to like have style. I love extended intros and outros, so I thought that was a ton of fun. Um, how do you balance honoring Taylor closely while still letting your own voice and instincts live inside the performance?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I think tribute artists can have a complicated relationship with it.
Mm,
Um, for me, I'm really lucky. It feels really natural. I think maybe because I did musical theater, so I feel like I'm more playing a character as Taylor, and
right.
through that I kind of get to express myself. As I said, maybe a I'm not as big and expressive as her always. So it feels just really nice to just allow myself to be silly or like to just fully let go and just like run around the stage and be evil with reputation or be just enjoy the lyrics of Fearless.
Mhm.
I think it's really natural for me, luckily. And I think that's a big part, again, just to seeing everyone in the audience. Like I love those songs just as much as everyone there. So
We could
it's just a
tell.
yeah, thank you. It's just a pleasure to get to sing it with everyone there. And then luckily for me, after the show, I get to do a meet and greet with everyone. I met you guys.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that always brings me back down again too, just getting to chat to everyone about the show and seeing that everyone had fun and stuff. It just makes me feel so grateful and lucky and yeah, I'm lucky for that. I think the meet and greet really helps me after the show. It just puts everything into place. I get to connect with everyone before I crash and go sleep.
We really appreciated the extra time and the extra mile that you went for all the Swifties because being in that lineup to go and see you, all the energy and the anxiety for them to come and meet you, that was like part of the best part of the show was
It was
honestly,
buzzing. Like
Oh,
it was, I even got to like sit there, like for me as somebody in that moment waiting to come and meet you, we got to talk to Swifties, we got to talk to kids, we got to talk to moms. I was watching girls like giving friendship bracelets out. There was a moment where one girl had given a bracelet out at the beginning of the show and got it given back to her at the end of the show
it made it all
from
the
it
way.
and made it all the way through all the Swifties until it made it back. So it was like beautiful moments happening throughout that like lineup to come meet you, and it was amazing.
oh, that's so cool to hear. Yeah, that's amazing. I love seeing everyone trading it. Oh, it's so cute. Yeah.
And then you do this one next.
Perfect. So then, speaking of like kids and everything, and the families are the heart of the show with these tribute tours. We know in Victoria, we noticed that there were kids everywhere. They were dressed up, they were singing, they were glowing, they were completely in it. How much do the kids in the audience shape the way you perform?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely do. I think when we first started the show, we weren't fully aware what the demographic would be.
Oh,
I, as a Swiftie myself in my age group, I thought that it would be like my friends with a glass of wine singing along to these albums they listen at sleepovers, like that kind of thing.
right,
And of course, with the Eras tour going on Disney Plus, it has fully inspired this whole new generation of young Swifties, which is really amazing. So yeah, I definitely play into the younger energy a little bit more. But there are moments that I kind of let myself be in my age bracket, which is stuff like Reputation
hmm,
or Midnights. I definitely feel like I'm allowed, I can just be more to myself.
right,
But yeah, I want to for me like getting the kids getting them or making sure I've sold my character to them early in the show is
mhm,
really important to me so that they feel comfortable that they can come dance or get up and the
right.
parents feel like they made the right decision.
Yeah.
And that their kids are gonna have a good time. And then also, yeah, but then it's a difficult balance because then of course I don't want to alienate people like myself who would go to the show as well. I don't want people to arrive and be like, is this like a kid like situation? So
Right.
it's a bit of a balance. But yeah, I do find myself playing a bit to the younger side, being a little bit more cheesy and stuff. But I try to be balanced with it and like when I'm singing about a breakup or an ex-boyfriend that I'm really mad about, I make sure to tell that story too. And those
Hmm.
kids understand. Well, that's not true. Sometimes I do, but
They're wiser
yeah,
than we think.
exactly. Exactly.
And to continue on this, for a lot of these kids, this might be their first concert memory. Does that
Mhm.
add pressure or does it make the whole thing more beautiful?
Oh, yeah, it makes it really amazing for me. I love that so much. I remember do you know who the Wiggles are?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that was my first concert as a little kid.
Oh, doubt.
Going to see the Wiggles, and then I think my next one was Hilary Duff. And I still remember going to the Wiggles, and my like Dorothy the dinosaur, she loves red roses, but my mum only had yellow roses in the garden, so I brought a yellow rose, and I remember sitting there like so nervous that she wouldn't like the yellow rose because she likes red roses, but we like gave it to her and she took it. So yeah, I think memories like that do really shape us, to be honest, when you're a young kid, especially when you're around a big group of kids your age that
Oh,
doesn't,
yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, and it's really fun. It's really fun seeing, especially when there's like shows where quite a few young kids come up to the front. Like sometimes one of them will start screaming loudly, so then all the others are just like, right, that's okay, that's what
We
we're
could do
supposed to
this.
do at a concert, I think. I'm six, I think I'm supposed
Oh
to
my
be.
God.
So then you can kind of see them all learning and affecting each other, and that's a
Oh.
thing too.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. I know we definitely saw that happening in Victoria where there were kids going to the front and then there was a little girl in the back behind us who was a little bit shy at first. By the end of the concert, she was just cheering and it was
And
amazing.
then the 22 moment you still did for us too. Wow.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
22 moment was phenomenal.
Bringing tears to our eyes.
Oh, yeah, it's such a nice moment of the show. Like my stage manager Shan, she goes around before the show and tries to ask people. And often some kids say no, they don't want to, because we have to get them to sign a waiver, guys. So
Oh, okay,
we
that
can't
makes
Okay,
just
sense.
that
invite
makes
anyone
sense.
up. Yeah, so she kind of like asks a few people. Sometimes they're too shy,
Of
and I feel
course.
bad for those kids because I wonder if by that point in the show they're actually like, oh, maybe I would have liked to do
Oh,
it.
totally.
And then we have kids that say yes, and then they are more scared than they anticipate. So it's always an interesting moment. We try and make sure they're comfortable and have a good time and feel special. Yeah, it's a fun moment.
That's
It's
a very fun
great.
moment. It was cool to see it happen and like get to like I literally cried when it happened, so it was amazing.
And she cried again.
And I cried again here talking about it. So
Oh, so sweet. Thank you.
um so our next question for you, how long have you considered yourself a Swiftie? And did you ever have an I get it now moment where you understood why Taylor Swift means so much to people?
Yeah, I think I would say I became a Swiftie the day that I knew the show was going to happen. I think I had always been adjacent to her alongside like being a musician. I'd always seen her and respected her. And I'd always listened to her new albums. I'd always have a listen through, but it wasn't her newer music wasn't something that I fell naturally into the way that I did with her early albums. But I
Okay.
really loved her early albums when I was young. And I definitely remember like when she dated Harry, like the pop culture of Taylor Swift, like when she broke up with Harry Styles and the song she wrote about that, I remember going and listening to that as a young girl. Um, and then through just even beginning to learn about her and the Swifties in a serious way, it was just instant. How can you not love and admire her? There's just no other fam, and even when I was more adjacent to the Swifties, it was like you knew their culture. My feed was filled with stuff from the Eras tour. No matter
Oh,
what I would do, and I think as soon as I fell into it and started looking into it, it just became something that I fell in love with more and more. And her fans and the community stuff, like this, the just learning about the bracelets in the first place, it was the most amazing thing. Like, what other artist has that? I don't think anyone, guys.
Yeah,
Like,
Right?
they don't.
They don't.
and in an age that's so like digital and so
Yeah,
not like the fact that people are getting together and making these bracelets and then going and trying to connect and make new friends, like that is just what music and theater and artistry and shows is all about, is community and people coming together with this common thing. And the fact that she has so many things like that that are so tangibly connection, I guess that doesn't make sense, but yeah, I just, wow. Yeah, I think that was, the bracelets is something that is really, really special. And I hope, and I'm really pleased to say we've been touring the show for a year and a half
wow.
ish.
Yeah.
Or no, yeah, almost a year and a half. And I was scared that as it would go on, the bracelets would maybe die off a little bit with like space from the actual aerosol, but it absolutely not.
Not at
Absolutely,
all.
it's so belonging with what the Eras Tour is, that tradition. So yeah, I'm so pleased. And then of course, getting to actually learn and memorize all of her lyrics made me appreciate them in a way that I could not before, because her lyrics are so intricate
Yeah.
and so carefully chosen and deliberate, and making sure you change that one word between the first pre-chorus and the second pre-chorus means something. And so
It
I
Right.
does.
yeah, so that's been something that my appreciation has only gone. And my band as well, who maybe weren't like Taylor Swift isn't an artist they had listened to in the past. As we developed the show and as they would learn the show, they're like, yes, Taylor Swift does not mess around. Like, these songs are so cool. And like Style, Blank
Oh,
Space,
yes.
Ready for It, and oh my,
Yep.
Fearless and Enchanted, Ophelia. These are all songs that the band just love to play. They're not pop songs or generic pop stuff. They're interesting and fun and exciting. And the fact that oh yeah, I could talk forever about it, but her eras and her albums, the way that they shift as well, create something so dynamic for us on stage and as musicians and as fans. And yeah, it's just been so exciting to every night we go through her whole career, which
Yeah.
is just amazing. And every genre is so fun and great in its own way too. Um,
She's a
yeah,
Hall of Famer for a reason.
exactly. Yeah,
Exactly.
with every bone in her body, that's for sure. Yeah.
So we have a couple questions left as we're getting pretty close here to the time here. So we just wanted to let you know this has been amazing and thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you guys. You're so generous and kind and lovely. And I really appreciate you coming to the show firstly, and then sharing stuff about the show, and then organizing this. It's very heartwarming and kind of you. It really brings it all full circle for me. So I'm very thankful.
Good. Well, we did get to see you in Victoria, and that night meant a lot to us. What do you remember from that show?
The Victoria show, so that was our opening night of the Canada tour. Um, I remember, bias selfishly, I remember my dad and my grandma got to see the show that night. So
Oh, right.
yeah.
Oh.
They did get to see it last year, but they had to travel all the way to Kamloops to see it.
Wow.
So yeah, it's always so special for me knowing that she just loves watching all the kids in the
I
audience.
bet.
So she brought all her friends this time too. So for me, it was a really special night, just getting to see my grandma and how it felt for my family. Um, and it was just such a good energy. I feel so at home in Victoria and Vancouver Island, and then
We can
and
see.
getting to see everyone there and having it be the opening night. I haven't done the show since February now, before June. So it was the longest break I'd had from the show since I'd
Wow.
started. So I was a little bit nervous. I didn't know like how my stamina and my breath would be. But it just I was like I couldn't wait to do Reputation. I couldn't, because it
Yeah.
had been so long, and I couldn't wait to see everyone singing along. Yeah, it's definitely my highlight of the tour so far and will be, because yeah, it was an amazing show. The audience was so great. I love that theater, and I
Yeah.
love, yeah, it just felt like it felt like a big celebration to me. It was so fun. Yeah.
Amazing.
And we have hit the 30-minute mark. Do you have like 5 more minutes by any chance?
Yeah, of course I did. Yeah.
Okay, just we only had one question left and then just to say goodbye type of thing. So if you want to ask.
This is our last question. When this chapter of touring as Taylor eventually slows down and changes, what do you think Josette, the person, will take from it?
Oh, I think I will just take, oh my gosh, like just a pure love for music and live theatre. I think I always I've always said even before I did Taylor when I was doing more like original music or whatever it had been, my favorite thing about music and performance is just people and the connection and the community of it. And then I ended up here doing this job and I've just gotten to witness firsthand every night how important that is, buying tickets to a theatre show isn't something we do every week. It's a real special treat.
Yeah.
And knowing that I don't know that the grandma got them as a birthday present for so and so, and they all got together the week before and picked out their outfits and sent photos of their outfits to their friends, like stuff like that. It's just been such a pleasure to be a part of making those moments. And you feel the same things
We
I
feel
feel.
it.
I do.
Yeah.
It's like I love that that's what you're bringing from this because it's the thinking about what everyone else is going to do and like just being able to live almost vicariously through them, knowing that those little girls are getting to like get together and choose their outfits and choose their styles. It's like, yeah, it's just such a heartwarming experience.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, and I will feel so proud knowing that I got to bring all these people together and make these memories that they'll think about for. I know I still think about going to see Hilary Duff. I'm not Hilary Duff, but it's, these memories and moments like that with our families and our friends and our loved ones, and or maybe people come alone and they just get to feel a part of the community that they love so much. Yeah. Definitely just people being together is my biggest takeaway.
Amazing.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
No,
Thank you, Josette.
Oh, thanks, guys. You've made my day. Thank you so much for doing this. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you for making it to the end of the video. It's so good to see you here. And if you would like to continue in supporting us in our future endeavors, you can do so by supporting us over here. And if you really like this band or artist that you listen to in this video, you can support them right here. And we think you might like this video right here. So remember to click it and continue on your trip down the rabbit hole.
Thank you so much, Chronicans.
Thank you so much. Peace and love.